Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk today about can you think big? Can you think big? It's such a big question actually. And from any part of your life, from moving to a bigger home or taking big vacations or taking risks at work or quitting your job and doing what you are passionate about, or hi Gina, doing something that you're absolutely passionate about, but there's these limitations that don't let you do something like that. And I'm bringing this up because especially as women and as girls, we are socialized not to think big. We are socialized to, the boys go outside and play rough. They become powerful with their bodies. Hi, Vasiliki. So nice to see you here. They play powerful with their bodies, right? They leap and they jump and they are loud and they're rambunctious. And it's the nature of kind of what they bring to the world too, but they're given that space to do that and take risks and take big jumps, leap across the bridge or leap across the ravine. And girls aren't given that opportunity because boys, they develop typically their physical bodies earlier than girls do. And so they're socialized to think big in that way. Whereas girls are socialized to sit at their desks and draw pretty things and, do craft projects. And not that there's anything wrong with those things at all, but they are put into this box where it's just supposed to look a certain way. Okay, now put away your stuff. And it's just this small compartmentalized, small compartmentalized way of thinking and treating girls, where they're not treated in a way that's rah, right? Go into your power, take risks, be big, be brave, be bold. All those big ideas, they're not embodied in us. We don't learn how to embody them as girls. And so we grow up in a way that we stay orderly, we stay kind. And again, those things are all good. And I'm not saying they're not good things, but I'm saying we lose this ability. We don't, the structure isn't created for us where we get to go and be blah, and just loud and wild and free in our lives, in our bodies. And so we don't become emboldened to think big because our bodies aren't ever taught to be that way. I think I find this amazing. And hi, Adrienne. So nice to have you here. So I just think it's so important for us to understand that we've been socialized to be small in our bodies, small in our thoughts, small in our ideas, organized. And there's benefits to that because we're so good at school and we're such good students and we can follow along in structures so well and we listen so well, except when we're talking to each other, right? And even that is just talking. It's not being big. And it's interesting because when I have a daughter, she's 13 now. I was really clear that, my daughter gets to be loud. My daughter gets to jump and scream and run and jump across ravines. And I've always done that with her because I just know the power of when we embody the boldness and the risk taking, that we carry that into how our thinking works and we carry that into our ideas and into our brain. And so we don't even realize as women that we've put a cap over ourselves. We put a ceiling over ourselves in terms of being able to think big. And one of the ways that we can start to embody that actually is to do the things that I've said, like being physical, showing, standing strong, being powerful in our bodies is a way we can start to learn to have boldness, to embody those things. And then also taking it to the next level and noticing those places where we're like, I only think in this little box because it's just the way it's been forever. It's the way I've always thought. It's what I think is the limit in our family. It's the limit in my home. It's the limit in how, as a couple, we think, or as a family that we think. And you can start to notice those things, and part of the way to notice that too is to dream again, to allow yourself, if I had no limitations, what would I actually think? How would I actually feel? And being able to write those things down so you really notice, where are you at when there are no limitations, and where are you at when there are limitations, and what is that gap, and how can you breach that gap? And so just, and even in terms of speaking, like how I'm speaking right now is bold. Like I am not holding back. And do you have the opportunity to be bold in your life? Hi, Lisa. Do you have the opportunity to be bold in how you speak and how you interact? And you're obviously not going to do this with everyone. You're not going to do this with kids. But when you have a scenario that calls upon power and boldness, can you step into that? And can the person that you're talking to handle that? Can they receive that actually? Can they let you be in your power? Because we need times that we get to be in our power. And one of the ways that I have learned to do that is playing with my kids, actually. Like learning to play well and play and have my own power. And like when they're out in the mud and they're out doing things, there's times that I just join them so that I can be bold, so that I cannot be afraid of getting dirty. That's another way that we as women have been taught and socialized to like, oh, we don't want to get dirty. We don't want to have to clean things up because we're the ones typically responsible for cleaning things up, right? Because we're women. And so we get taught really young that, oh, we don't want to get dirty because it's a mess and then we have to clean things up. And so we don't let our wings span out. We don't let our limbs and our bodies move with the earth. And these are the ways that we create within ourselves boldness and risk-taking and being brave and taking risks and thinking big. And so I really invite you to do some out-of-the-box things with your body, with your, to be adventurous. And, those moments when, like if your kids are out in the playground, typically the moms are standing on the side watching, right? I was the mom out there on the jungle gym and playing around and swinging and going down the slides. Because I knew it helped to make me bold and brave. It kept me active. It integrated my brain. It's so good for us. So take risks. Move your body. Notice those moments when you're saying, oh, I shouldn't do that, right? That's a limitation that's been put on you through socialization. Let me know, like give me love on here if this resonates with you. Put in the comments if you notice times when you've done this to yourself, when you've limited what you're able to do, when you're not thinking big. And this impacts us so much throughout our lives. And I invite you to start thinking big again and embolden your body. Embody the feeling of bravery and risk-taking and bigness, because those are things we typically are not invited to do as women, but we are absolutely brave. Women are brave. Women are bold. Women are capable. Women can do so much, and I want to see more of it. So I invite you into this so much, and please give me your comments because I'd love to hear ways that you might challenge yourself to be a little braver, to be a little bit more bold, and to do things that you typically might stand on the sidelines for. So I'm just wrapping up, Denise. So happy you're here. And feel free to watch the replay and let me know if you're watching. And so thank you all for being here, and have a beautiful, amazing day. Bye.